So, welcome to the Average Adventuring Party podcast, where the players weren't given a choice to say no in playing this game. I gave them an offer they couldn't refuse. We'll check Godfather off the list.
Dogfather.
That's right. So, we're doing something a little special today. It's New Year's for us, and technically we're still on break from the main game. You guys will still get episodes every week, but we just wanted to do something a little different before we started back up. These guys, not giving any spoilers or anything, but they had faced some horrific stuff in the main game, and I wanted to give them a break.
I tried making enchiladas to bribe him to give us a break. Did it work?
I cannot be bought.
Apparently.
But he can be rented, so here we are.
Yep. So, this week, and I haven't decided exactly on a release schedule for them, so maybe all of them at the end of this week, maybe not. We're going to be playing a game system called Urban Jungle. Urban Jungle, for people who aren't aware, is an anthro, so it's a furry game. It's all over the place as far as setting goes, but its default setting is 1930s noir and pulp. If you know anything about me, you know I love true crime. I love gangster stories. So this is, Ray is shaking her head. It's all she hears these days.
Yes.
I've been listening to a couple of mobsters, and actually, I'll give a free plug to him. But Joe Pistone, the guy who was Donnie Brasco, he's got a new podcast up that goes through his life in the mob, and it's fascinating if you haven't heard it yet. Anyway, so that's like right up my alley. Not so much the furry stuff. Not that I have a problem with furry stuff.
Different alley.
Yeah, I'm just yiffing a bigger hole here.
He's been waiting months to make that joke. It was cut from episode 1. Months.
We had a little powwow about the game system before the game. It's pretty simple. You've probably heard me talk about it, but I avidly hate D20 game systems, despite running one on the main podcast. So this is not a D20 game. This is as far as I could tell, precisely anti-D20 game.
Everything but
D20. So it uses your standard D4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. It's a dice pool game. And these guys got a crash course. So, we'll be answering questions as they come up during the game. You guys have anything you want to go over before we start?
I'll be playing Gable Huffington, a hedgehog inventor. Very clumsy. Not that I've ever been clumsy in the main game or anything like that. So definitely off character.
Yeah, so this is a moment to be recognized in that Ray is not playing a spellcaster for a change. Steve is not playing a bard for a change. And Stephanie plays someone with a gun instead of a knife, so...
And who's not necessarily sneaky as a main.
Yeah. So, so Mike, you're playing Gabe. We'll get into character descriptions. Ray, did you come up with a name?
Rollie.
Interesting. Okay.
Not Rollo?
No. Rollie.
Rollie, you are what type of animal?
I'm a panda bear.
Panda bear?
Yep.
All right. Steph?
We're just doing names?
Yeah. Name and species, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm playing a kitty cat named Anise del Gato. Because puns are fun! And that's not even the worst one I have on stock.
I just, these guys can say puns all day long, but when I do it, I'm an asshole. What about you, Steve?
I am playing, Steph and I were, having trouble kind of coming up with what we wanted to do in an anthro game. Decided, we'll just make something after our cats. So she made one after our cat Annie. I decided to make one after our other cat Binx. So I'm playing as Zachary Binx, the thief with the heart of gold.
And 2 brain cells.
And 2 brain cells. His goals are feet picks, toes, nibble on toes, nuzzle ankles, smell toes, ankle socks.
So you're playing Galdrian all over again. What the hell?
No, it's like Quentin Tarantino here.
Yeah, that's what he was writing down on his sheet when I was laughing earlier.
I can only hope that Quentin Tarantino had a pair of sons also named Quentin Tarantino, so he could call them Quentin Tarantinos. Quentin Tarantinos. All right.
Missed that one by a foot.
Yeah. Yep.
We're really towing the line here.
You guys are going to have to get to hot stepping.
Yeah. He nailed that one.
Speaking of getting nailed, no. So, yeah.
Inhale.
We'll be answering questions as we're playing. And I don't know how long this will last. It'll be somewhere between 2 and 27 episodes. Just depending on how clever these guys are.
So this is our new main campaign, and
and end with a total party wipe, or
see you with 2023.
We don't know.
Yeah, so you guys will either outsmart me, and this will be over in 20 minutes, or
we'll get killed real quick, in which case it'll be over in 20 minutes.
So welcome to whatever the hell this is going to be.
Huffington the Second.
Also, I'm going to say this because I've only been to Chicago 2 times in my life, and one of them was when I was a small baby child. I have no idea what the city is like or was like in the 30s. So, I'm knowing these guys, I'm going to go off the rails at some points and have to come up with stuff wholesale. So if it doesn't exist in Chicago, and I say it does, I don't want to hear about it.
Anthropomorphic animals didn't exist in Chicago in the 1930s.
Yeah, they might have created things a little bit differently.
It was, Al Capone. They said he was a real beast.
1930s, everyone had Tommy guns and cigars and fedoras, and that's all you need to know.
I said, nah, see?
Ooh, fedora.
Ray, do you want to go grab the fedora off the shelf?
Ooh. Yes, she does.
Now, the fun part for all of us is watching her hop up and down because she can't reach.
I can reach it.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe. There was a dragon under it.
Yes, I had my dragon had a fedora.
It was fedorable.
My dragon.
Speaking of dragon, take a bunch of damage as you just drag through the streets.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, that tracks. All right, we're gonna imagine, if you will, 1936 Chicago. We'll do that super cool swoop down where you see the skyline. The moon is silhouetted in behind the city. And we'll zoom in a little further and a little further downtown into this building that has very expansive front windows. Anybody walking outside this building can look in and see there's a well-lit stage and dance floor. There's a lot of tables, and there's an orchestra that is playing. On stage, we'll say there's a piano. There's a that doesn't have anybody at it. There are some musicians setting up, for example, a small drum set, a standing bass. Someone's getting a guitar out. Beneath the stage, there's an orchestra pit that does have musicians in it who are playing. They've got some nice like swingy jazz going. There are a couple of people dancing here and there. And we'll cut to the wings of the stage where waiting is Anise.
Yes.
So what does your character look like?
She's gonna go on stage in a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she's a white cat with with icy blue eyes. Anyone's first impression is usually the first thought that pops in their head is, "She is so pretty." And seriously, this is what everyone says about our cat. She's dressed in a long silver spangled dress. To her friends, she's known as Annie, but to anybody else, she's known as Miss Delgato.
So you're standing on the wings watching your band set up.
Mm-hmm.
The night is about to transition from canned music, if you will, to actual live music, where you're supposed to sing a couple of sets. If you would follow the camera down across the floor, there's, like I said, a few people dancing. Sitting at one of the tables is a hedgehog, probably ordering something for dinner. Mike, if you would like to describe your character.
So, Gabe, he's wearing kind of the classic button-down vest and pants and like the white nice shirt. His tie is off center though. Like he's really not good at getting it set all up. He loves coming to these clubs, but people always seem to give him a wide berth, and he's not really certain why. So he's just kind of nursing a drink and waiting for the music to start.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. In some cases, people probably can't help it. They have to give him like a 2 or 3 foot berth behind him.
They assume you're prickly.
Yeah, so we'll say the waiter takes your order. Someone brings you a drink, and the camera kind of follows past you as this gigantic figure is carrying just this tray of dishes. Ray, if you want to describe Rollie.
Just a black and white panda, and even though I'm doing dishes, I still got my fedora on.
Yep.
No clothes. But I do have a backpack.
You do have clothes.
Oh,
Yes.
darn.
You're probably wearing
The
pants.
nudist panda bear is doing dishes. This is clean. This is very clean.
You're probably wearing at least pants and, the undershirt thing.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, you've probably got that and like a black restaurant provided apron.
And they probably keep trying to take your hat away.
Yeah, someone
No.
at some
Not
point
polite to wear the hat indoors.
No.
point probably does like take your hat away and put it on top of a shelf, and as you walk by you just grab it and put it back.
As she's walking by, I probably knock over my drink and knock the dishes out of her hands. Just because I was trying to get my drink.
Yeah.
Because you breathed in the wrong way.
Sorry.
Yeah, so we'll say there's this clatter, and off to the corner of the stage, sitting there by himself, is a cat. Steve, if you want to describe Zachary Binx.
Yeah, he's rather sharply dressed in a black suit with a blue bow tie, and he is a black cat, and with very soft yellow eyes, and very, very sleek, slick back fur, hair, whatever you want to call it. And I imagine that he's kind of taking advantage of the fact that some dishes just got knocked over to kind of peek over and see if anyone left their wallet unattended and yoink.
Yeah, you can snag somebody's wallet. We'll say in Zachary's breast pocket there's a piece of paper. This club is invitation only, and not only did it contain an invite, but it specifically asked you to meet here for a job opportunity. So we'll follow that camera back over his shoulder as Rollie picks up all of these dishes. loads them back into the tray.
You okay, little guy?
Yeah. So, sorry, I was just showing a picture of just about what he'd look like in a suit.
And we're all like, oh!
So, all right.
So you okay, little guy?
Yeah, I'm fine.
We'll get you another drink.
Okay. Can it come in a bigger glass?
Yeah. Do you think you can handle a bigger glass?
We'll find out. There's only one way to really know.
Okay. We'll get that out to you.
This one didn't work.
I noticed.
Okay. Thank you. I
Sure.
appreciate it.
Rollie, you call a waitress over, who comes back and gets Gabe another drink.
With a bigger glass.
He grabs the bigger glass. It looks like it's probably made for a panda. Stick my face in it.
Your tiny little snoot.
Seems to be working.
Yeah. So we'll follow Gabe back to the back, where there's the dish pit, and since you're the biggest guy here, they've pretty much been having you do all the running. It's easier for you to carry the dishes than to fit at the dish station and handle the delicate items.
I'm used to that.
Yeah. One of the guys in the back rings a bell and says, "Hey, one of the food deliveries is here. Why don't you come unload that?"
Okay.
Rollie heads out, and through the kitchen you can actually get backstage. There's an entrance for basically people to take the entertainment, their drinks and food. Your band has set itself up, and the orchestra is slowly winding down. One of your guys kind of hops on the piano and starts warming up. Are you going to make your way on stage, or are you still going to give them some time?
Let's give them a little bit more time.
Okay. We'll say within a couple of minutes, the crowd starts winding down, getting off the dance floor. The orchestra, the ones who have stopped playing, have started packing up, and your guys are kind of just laying down that classy backbeat.
Mm-hmm.
From somewhere in the kitchen, you hear, a bell ring and somebody yell out about food deliveries. We'll cut to Gabe, who's just like snoot deep in this drink. Yeah, they probably brought you. You're probably not particularly tall or well built.
No.
So they probably brought you a glass that's twice the size of the one you brought. It's just a big mug.
I mean, the important part is that it's got a wide base.
Yeah, I can stick my face in it. It's fine.
Yeah. You and Zachary will do that cool like split diopter shot where you're in focus, just snurfling up this drink, and Zachary is in the background, kind of watching the club. He comes into focus, and you notice a figure come in the front door. It's definitely a woman. She is also a particularly tall, striking figure. She's wearing a black long coat, so not an evening coat. She's got what looked to be a gray suit on underneath it. When you get to her face, if you want to think about that classic stocking, like robber's mask, she's just got a stocking pulled down over her head. At which point she just steps in, and one of the maitre d's comes up to her, goes to say something, and she just grabs the guy by the throat and throws him over one of the little retaining walls, gives a really sharp whistle, and the doors behind her kick in. And we'll say there's a couple of goons in behind her with pistols.
Real quickly, can you describe her feet?
God.
She has them.
That's good
Fuck
enough
Uh,
for him. Need a nice Chianti over there.
I love you. Will you marry me? No, she tosses that guy. She's got what look to be boots on. The worst kind of feet armor. She's got boots on. She's got that coat. She pulls out a pistol as well. And when she whistles, like I said, those guys kick in. They have some combination of either pistols or Tommy guns. And she starts pointing out into the crowd and shouting, "That one, that one, that one." And these guys start opening fire.
Right.
From in the back, whenever Rollie goes to check on the door, that guy that asked you to help steps outside, and then 2 seconds later you hear gunshots and he falls back in, covered in blood. And a couple of guys burst their way into the back. Does Gabe notice?
Gabe does notice. He drops his glass and crawls under the table.
So here's what I'm going to have you guys do. I'm going to have you guys roll initiative. Now, the way initiative works in the system is not like Dungeons & Dragons or 13th Age, where you're determining an order. It's basically divided up into your side, which is the players, or the players and their allies, or if for some reason the players fight amongst each other, however those teams are divided, and their side, which is everyone who's opposing your side. Typically, players get to go first, always. Unless there is a particularly compelling reason for me to let the monsters or enemies go first, you guys get to go first. What initiative does is determine whether you start the fight in a daze. Which is to say whether you start the fight having to spend an action to take care of that. So each of you has a initiative score, which is based on a number of die. So go ahead and roll those against each dice. You're comparing against the number 3. So
Each dice?
Each dice. So you need a 4 or better.
On each one?
Yeah.
No,
So
not on each one.
I have 2 successes.
Yes, you need at least 1 4 or better.
I got 1.
You got 1. You got 2.
I got 2.
You got 3. That was a 6.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a 2.
that's a 2. It looks like a 6.
That's not a 6.
How does that 2 look like a 6? But believe me, audience, if you could see these dice, I got 3 successes.
All right. So you guys, none of you are going to start dazed. Let me roll some initiative for these guys. I'm going to put some figures on the map just so we can keep track of where everybody's at.
That's a hedgehog.
That's a
It might look like a giant minotaur, but it's actually a hedgehog.
It's fancy miniature now.
We still have pointy ears.
Yeah. I mean, there's spikes on it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just going to use these dice. We'll say, yep, you're in the kitchen here. You're out on the floor here. Steve, if you want to put yourself somewhere out here in the middle.
No, we don't have our minis. Wait.
No.
I'm a dragon.
Yeah, there's worse things to be.
Yeah.
And then if you want to put yourself somewhere over here.
Somebody over there.
So,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
we'll
leave you there.
leave it on the 20. That's meant to be.
so I'm going to say coming in the door are these 2 guys.
The back door with me.
The back door. We'll say there's these 2 guys that came in the front door. And then this gold one is
The chick.
The lady.
that lady. We're going to name them appropriately, since I'm using fudge dice to represent them. Black plus, black minus, blue plus, blue minus, and gold. Let me roll some.
Gold
Look
is
at you
lady.
being all smart.
Let me roll some initiative for these guys, just to see if anybody starts out dazed.
We got the drop on him. Whoa, that actually worked.
two guys.
BP and BM, BB and BM, or BP.
What's wrong with BMs? This is
Well,
Both
BL
BM?
wouldn't work.
I
Yeah,
was
BL
gonna say.
wouldn't work, so it'd be U and A maybe.
Yeah.
BLU, BI. So UP,
Or
UA.
K.
Yeah.
be okay.
That's more like K for black because that's what it
Yeah.
is.
I was looking for single.
K.
K,
Okay.
C,
So-
Y.
So
And OMs.
I'm just gonna put your player names
Can
What, you
remember
don't have
all
to.
of them?
so I don't have to remember. I've got them written down here, but that way I can just.
Gabe, Zach, Anise, Rollie.
Okay, and then these guys. We said we've got the cat who is not dazed.
Guess I should change yours to Zach on my list instead of Anise.
Uh,
Everybody's gonna call you Zach.
I want to call him by
Oh.
his full name when he annoys me.
Do we know each
What?
other?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
No.
I don't think we do.
So blue plus is dazed.
I mean, at the very least, you know of me since you're in this
Blue
club.
minus is not. Black plus and black minus are not.
I would assume I know of you.
Yeah,
I've
'cause
seen you
in
perform
club.
since I worked there.
I probably stole your guitar player's sheet music.
But she may not know that
Is it
yet.
klepto?
He's not a klepto.
Joke's on me though, he's a guitar player, he can't read it anyway.
Why isn't this in tabs?
Why is this just a blank sheet?
All right. So right now there is only one person on the field that is dazed, and that is
The blue plus.
this guy. So what happens? You all that commotion, and you guys as a team get a go. Which is to say, the four of you can choose the order that the four of you go in. So if anybody would like to do something first or last, you can fight that out amongst yourselves. But right now there are armed men shooting people in the crowd.
I think Gabe, under his table, is going to take the big mug that he had and start pouring some stuff in and make a little explosive.
Okay. Does anybody have a problem with Gabe going first?
Nope.
All right. So go ahead and make me a good old craft check.
And I'll actually hide under the table if I need to declare that.
Okay, so, well, first, I suppose, you get to pick between pass, act, or focus.
Correct.
So you're going to act.
Yes.
You get 2 actions.
Yeah. I assume I started under the table, but if I need to make that an action...
No, I'll let you have that.
So,
But if you would like to, for instance, guard,
yes.
that'll give you a bonus D8 if any shots come your way. That
Okay,
kind of thing.
yeah. That's what I'm... But, so going to try and craft a bomb.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my black dice as my gadget dice.
Okay.
Um,
So 4s are better.
I have a 5 and an 8.
Okay.
So, and the black dice is a 2.
Okay.
So it does not go down. So I have 2 successes. And from here it says I can use a wondrous resource to create a wonder as a station.
Do you have something like craft a simple item or craft a cheap item?
Let's see. With 1 success, I can produce an affordable item of your choice,
Yep. So basically a Molotov cocktail.
and I can add a utility mod to something, or declare it. If I have 2 successes, does one?
You only
If
get
it costs 1,
you only get to pick one thing.
Okay, all right, cool. So yes, I will produce an affordable item of your choice.
Okay.
So Molotov cocktail.
So we'll say at some point, Gabe probably didn't realize, but having been knocked over from that exchange with Rollie, on the floor is just a bottle of high proof alcohol, and you're able to snatch it up. You have some, twine and bits of cloth in your pocket.
I smoke a pipe, so I have a lighter,
Yeah, you have a lighter, so you whip up a good Molotov cocktail.
and then I'll guard.
Okay. So anything. So right now you're undercover,
Mm-hmm.
which I would give you a D6 for cover.
Okay.
You get a D8 for guarding.
Okay.
And then if anything comes your way, you get the rest of your defenses.
Would it be dodge?
It would be dodge,
Okay.
correct. And we'll talk about what happens if someone targets you.
Okay.
Rollie, there's 2 people coming in the door with guns. They just clearly shot a man.
They shot your buddy. Went to your bar mitzvah.
He went to her bear mitzvah.
Now you're just pandering.
This is pandemonium.
Well, I'm going to assume they're not expecting a big, huge giant, so I would like to use my giant.
Okay.
And since I saw him come through the door all bloody, and then they come in, I'm assuming that I would be able to just, what's it called? Not hangnail him, but
Clothesline.
clothesline him. Thank you.
That's you and hangnail them.
God, you pervert!
That's Zachary's. That's his thing. Thief by night, podiatrist by day.
But clothesline him.
Okay. So, do you have an ability?
Crush, surplex, or throw.
Okay. So, you're going to first you choose action, focus, or pass, right?
Act.
Okay. So you can move for free.
Okay.
So, is there any one of these particular guys you're just going to go after?
Go for either one.
Just whichever one.
Yeah.
All right. And then, would you like to get a hold of them and slam them down?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try to clothesline him and grab him and hit him, push him down.
Okay. So it sounds like suplex might be your best bet.
Okay.
So make sure you meet the qualifications, which is you're within short range, which you are.
Near range.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
and then it's.
So then you roll the number of attack dice.
Oh my gosh.
Let me see what your target number is. So
Holy crap.
No, it's not.
what are you looking for?
A D8. Is that this one?
It's double
that
pyramid, yes.
So 2D8.
You roll an 8.
I did roll an 8.
You're a meanie.
And then do I get my D8 for giant? Because they probably weren't expecting a giant right there, and just bam.
I will allow it this time, but it will not be in every.
No, I know.
Okay.
So that's a.
It's a big surprise.
It's a big bear surprise.
Okay. And I get +3 damage.
No. So
No?
roll that.
Okay.
Do you have any that are 8 or higher?
No.
Okay. So
I'm gonna die.
the unfortunate thing is that we'll say you probably forgot about the top of the door that you have to duck under, and you smack your forehead into it.
Tink.
Damn.
So that was your 2 actions. But the good news is you are basically in this guy's face.
I don't know that that's really good news.
Well, the good news is if he goes to attack you, you can counterattack.
I have 2 ones.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, but you have 2 bare arms.
I mean,
She has the right to bear arms. She has the right to bear 2 bare arms.
Yes.
okay.
All right, so that was your 2 actions was to move and attack.
Yep.
All right, which of you guys would like to?
I think I'm going to go ahead and pass in that, or rather, is I imagine Binx dove under the table as well when they started shooting. I imagine.
So are you wanting to pass for the turn?
I'm wanting to.
Because right now pass will only put you behind Stephanie.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So if he passes, can he pass till after they act?
No. So
Okay.
You can focus.
you can
Yeah, I
focus.
think I'm gonna go ahead and focus.
Okay. So you have the focus buff, which lets you interrupt at any time with an action. And then on your next turn, you'll have 3 actions. So from the side stage, Annie hears some gunshots, some commotions, a loud smacking noise, and then a lot of tables being overturned as these guys start shooting into the crowd.
Yeah, and she was about to make her way on stage, so I'm assuming that the band is either going to go help or leave the stage, and at least one of them is probably going to run into her, gather her up, and like, okay, we need to hide.
Sure.
So, probably moving further backstage and hiding.
So,
at least for now.
Yeah, most of the backstage is a storage area.
Mm-hmm.
The only way out off of the backstage, like where the wing goes, is where it goes to the kitchen. Mm-hmm. And you can hear gunshots from that way as well.
Yeah, I don't want to go that way.
Yeah.
Or at least not right now.
So you're gonna hide?
Gonna hide.
Hunker down and hide.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, even if she wanted to do something, they're not gonna let her.
Do you want to move and guard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right. So, yeah, one of your guys probably does, put his arm around your shoulders, start running you to the back, and push you down kind of rough behind a set of boxes, mm-hmm. and then he, tells you to stay there, and he'll go check and see what's going on. This cat, she's pointing out figures. She points at one and will say, well, first off, the guy who is dazed is going to use a recovery to no longer be dazed. And then he is going to take his gun and start shooting into the crowd at one of the tables she's pointing at. And a couple of people go down screaming. His companion is going to pick another table that she's pointing at and start shooting at them. She herself is just going to start walking into the crowd, and she's headed towards a table near Binx. Not directly to him, but close to him.
Okay, let's see. Can I do a stunt?
Yes.
Okay, so declare awesome move.
Yep, so you can spend your focus.
Spending my focus.
Which gets you the interrupt, and then declare your awesome move.
So, awesome move.
You gotta wiggle your butt.
Wiggle. Commence wiggle.exe. Going to spring up from under the table and make a pouncing leap, just throwing the table, making a big distraction, and doing a somersault in midair to land on another table on the other in the opposite direction from where she is at.
Okay. So you're heading out? It's like, are you heading out?
Like, she's coming, like, that way, I think.
Yeah. Yes,
and so, I'm flinging the table, like, I guess I'm flinging the table, like, that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm coming out behind her.
Okay. Yep. So, you are now dazed.
Yes.
Which means on your next turn, your first action has to be a recovery.
But since I get an extra action, I figure that would be...
But you fling that way. The people who were shooting stop shooting at the things they were shooting at and start shooting at the table you flipped. And you, stealthily or not?
In this particular case, I'm making a big show about flinging the table, mm-hmm. but my actual, like, leap is stealthy.
Okay. That's what I figured.
Misdirection.
That's what I figured.
Look at this.
So he gets them looking that way, and you stealthily, like, vault a couple of tables and a half wall and land in the foyer where there is a maitre d' thrown over little retaining wall into a small garden.
And I'm basically just trying to get myself into range of either these guys.
One of those guys?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. So I'll basically swap you two. Not that these positions are exact, just so you guys...
You're engaged with them.
Yeah, you're somewhere in there. So you hop up behind them. Which she is also going to start shooting at that table. And then just going to spin around and look to see if she hit anybody. The good news for Rollie is there's someone who's going to try and hit her with a gun.
Hit me with a gun?
Yeah.
A pistol whip.
Yeah, it's going to pistol whip you.
Can you reach my face?
I mean, you can pistol whip somebody in the stomach.
We'll talk about that.
Okay.
So, go ahead and roll your dodge. and tell me the highest number.
Let's pick a different color dice this time. 3.
Okay, so 3. So
I don't like any of these dice.
got 1 success. You are going to have to soak 1 damage.
Okay.
So now you get to roll your body and endurance for free. Do you have any 4s?
I have 1 4.
Okay.
There you go. You soaked it.
Yep, so this guy brings his pistol down on what he thinks would be your head and just brings it right into your chest. Do you have any abilities with counter?
I have 3.
Would you like to utilize one of them?
Yes. Can I throw them?
Yes.
Thunk.
So the number for you to beat is a 5.
Better than an 8.
Yeah.
The way I've been rolling. Holy shit!
You're right.
Nothing?
Nope. I got a 4 as the highest one.
Okay.
Told you this was a lethal one.
You go to grab this guy, and he's probably you probably reach for him where he was, not where he is. Oh, you're breaking out dice jail.
Yes! Those are horrible.
Ray is disgusted with her rolls. So this other guy is going to rush into his friend's aid and try to do the same thing. Well, he's just going to try to smash you.
Okay.
So
Go ahead.
and roll your defenses.
Oh, my dodge again?
Yes, your dodge.
Dodgy dice.
Ooh, better. 6 and a 4.
Okay, so he does not, likewise does not hit you, or hits you to no effect. He tries to bring his rifle down on your head, and it does not infect your head. As you stand probably a good 3 feet taller than him.
You guys are cute.
Go ahead and, would you like to counter this?
Yep.
The number to beat is a 7.
You got fucking Neo over there.
Yeah, I guess I'll try to throw him too.
Alright.
So, 8, D8, and a D6.
Yeah, that's what the 6 is gonna roll a 7.
What did I
Nope.
need to beat?
7.
Oh, damn
You need to
Bear's
roll.
over here
You
like
need to
a
roll a
hog.
7 on a
it.
d6.
Oh my gosh. I had a D8.
Yeah, but
Still.
Yeah. So these 2 guys just like commence to pummeling you, and you're trying to
Ineffectually.
you're trying to swipe them. We'll say you probably at some point reach up and snatch the mask off of one of their faces,
Oh, okay.
and it is a hound, like the classic Basset Hound style hound, and he looks
Deputy Doug.
pretty shocked that you unmasked him. But it is you guys' turns.
Right.
So if anybody would like to go first,
I would like to go first if there's no objections.
No objection.
so you
So,
gotta spend the first.
first of my 3 actions to recover. So I am no longer dazed,
And you are no longer focused.
no longer focused. So I'm going to act. Take 2 actions.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. You are still focused.
I am still focused.
Yes.
Okay.
The 3 actions thing is separate.
Okay. So I'm going to. I cannot take the same action twice per turn.
Correct.
So I am going to attack plus sign, and I'm going to use. I'm going to grapple him.
So since it has been a couple of attacks here, if you use an action to aim, you get a bonus D8.
I will go ahead and do that.
So that'll use up your second action.
Yes, that will use both my actions. And I would like to actually try to be acrobatic about it, actually, because I'm going to, since I misdirected him, I'm going to try to sneak up between his legs and get him from behind.
Okay.
So.
Yep. So
dive under his legs and get him from behind.
I changed dice.
Right.
The number to beat is 4.
Right. So let's see if I grapple him. Yeah,
So the only thing is, does grapple have the damage tag?
yes.
It does? Okay.
I got a 7. Everything else was a 1.
Alright. So it gets...
It gets damage plus 1.
So it'll be 1 damage total. So it's your number of successes plus the damage bonus.
Okay, so that's 2 damage.
So
And it has the held and drag.
so he is held for sure. Let's see if it actually does any damage to him. Wow, I got a 3, a 3, and a 3. So no, it in fact does full damage. He is going to utilize his panic soak since he has to. That's plus. So he is now panicked, but he is not out. But you have come up behind him and grabbed a hold of him. You can. That had what was the other tag on that?
Drag.
Drag. So you can move him as part of. You can move him a short distance as part of this attack if you'd like.
As part of the attack. Yeah, I'm going to move him to use him as a human shield.
Yeah, smart. You now have soft cover. So you get to add a D4 to your defenses.
Yes.
All right. So Binx hops up behind this guy.
And kind of go this way.
We'll say does that thing where he taps him on the inside thigh, and when the guy looks down, Binx just grabs his hands and yanks them up under his legs, and has got a hold on him. Who else would like to go?
You want to go next?
Sure. I'm thinking the doorway is causing problems for me, so I'm gonna try dragging one of these guys back a little bit.
Okay.
And
do you have a hold on him?
I don't think so.
You do not.
No. Okay. So I'm gonna grab this guy.
Okay.
And try to crush him, and as I'm crushing him, kind of step a couple steps back.
Does Crush have drag?
Crush has hold.
Okay, so you can get a hold of him.
Okay.
I think throw is your attack that moves people.
Yeah, shove him. But I don't want to shove him back out.
What happens if you shove him into his partner?
Oh, can I do that?
Sure.
Okay. So no, actually, I'm gonna try to grab him and then throw him into the other guy.
Would you like to aim first for a bonus D8?
Yes.
All right. I will switch dice a third time.
So.
It's a 5.
It's not an 8. I thought it was an 8 for
Yeah,
a
it looked like an
second.
8
I
from
was
here.
like, oh,
That's why I was
God.
laughing.
I got a 5 and a 6. Holy shoot.
All right. So
Yep. So I'm gonna grab him and throw him.
so let's look at the tags of throw.
Okay.
What does it say? Does it have damage?
Damage plus 2, and then shove.
Okay. So I'm going to let you deal that damage to both of these guys.
Ooh. Okay.
So you have 2 successes
Yes.
and plus 2 damage.
Yes.
So your damage is 4.
Okay.
All right. Let's see if Guy the First can soak this damage. So he cannot, but he is now panicked and has used his panic soak. He has to use his panic soak also. So
now I scared him.
yeah.
Well, and that makes sense.
Yeah, so Rollie picks up one guy, we'll say by the shoulders, this hound, and just flings him bodily into the other guy, who cracks against the doorway, and you can only see the hound's face, but
The wide eyes.
yeah, he's just goes completely wide-eyed.
Are they both knocked down on the floor?
Does it have down, or it's
It
just
does
shove?
not have down. It just says shove.
Okay, yeah. So No, she's probably, like picked the one guy up, slammed him into the other one. They both slam into the door frame, and then they realized that they probably couldn't see your face.
Hit heads, he hits the door frame, and then
They bit off more than they could chew.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say it's that thing where like they just thought you were some big fat guy until they came in and realized that you were
All muscle.
yeah, just all muscle and also a bear.
Not that panda, you're the fat panda.
Yeah. All right. We got.
You know what? So what does rally non-dazed ally do?
So if you have a non-dazed ally,
Uh-huh.
you can roll your rally dice,
Uh-huh.
and if you get a success, you can focus them.
Okay.
So you can basically point a target out to them, give them the focus buff.
Now, does that make me in combat?
No,
Okay, for the non-combatant.
correct.
So I am going to try first. I'm going to rally this guy that's attacking these guys because I'm like, hey, don't forget that guy over there.
Do you currently have focus?
No.
You used
Because
it.
I
it.
used
Oh,
it.
you use it. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
he
So you
used
can focus him.
So I'm going to try that. So my rally is a d6, and I'm rolling for 3 or better, and that's a 5. So he has focus, and then I am going to guard again. Get him!
Yeah, we'll say probably one of these guys was about to start shooting at his partner and at Binx, and when you start yelling, everybody turns and looks at you.
And I'm like, no, not me. I'm an innocent bystander with a Molotov cocktail.
Pops up. It's got the Molotov lit. Everybody freaks out and just ducks back down under the table.
The tablecloth is slowly starting to smolder.
I haven't lit it yet.
Okay.
So Annie.
Uh-huh. Okay, I can either go help a big bear out.
Yeah,
or...
you from like the gunshots have stopped. You can still hear some violence from in front of the stage, but you start hearing like bodies being knocked around.
And me saying, "Aren't you cute?"
Yeah, a bunch of people screaming.
I just want to pet you.
Love you and love you.
Let me show you with my hugs of death.
You just need a hug.
Scrunt. Oh. I'm sorry you turned into a tube of toothpaste.
Yeah, you want to be focused, Big Bear?
Sure.
Okay. So like it's either that or going out in front and asking this crazy lady what she wants.
You have a gun.
I mean,
Yeah.
You can help me get rid of these two, and then we'll go out and ask her.
That's true.
You have a gun.
Yes. But I have my personality here, not a fighter.
You have a gun.
I know.
Come rally me.
Yeah, I'm gonna come rally. I'm gonna go
And then we'll go see what she wants.
move over to Rollie. And gonna come rally you. Honey, you need some help?
Yes. Yes, I do. Not really, but yes. Go ahead.
I mean, gonna have my itty bitty girly gun in hand just in case.
D12 and a D4.
Bullet's a bullet.
Yeah.
I got him scared. Hey, I'm a
assisting.
team player. Can I assist? No.
No, I'm
That
assisting
is a
you.
specific action.
Oh.
I'm assisting you.
I mean,
Oh.
you could rally her and
Okay.
then also assist her.
Okay, I can do that. Roll rally. Okay.
D12 and D4.
Is that right?
Mhm.
Okay.
No. Oh, you got a 4.
I got a
Got a
4.
So
On the D4 of all things.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Rollie is now focused,
I am now focused.
which
Yep.
means at any point you have the ability to interrupt somebody's turn with an action of your own.
Okay.
Uh,
And then team players a D12.
yes. So your second action will just be to assist her.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's like basically I'm covering her.
So then I get a D12.
so
Something.
on your next skill check of any kind, you get a bonus D12.
Sorry, I'm not that helpful.
No. We're going to say these two guys, you have a hold of one of them, right?
Yep.
The one you don't have a hold of is going to book it right back out the door. He's still out there.
He was not prepared.
Let's see. Plus, he is panicked, so he can't really do anything because you've got a hold of him, and he can't recover by himself. He needs to know his teammates got his back.
Yeah, from way back there.
From way over
I mean,
there.
I could throw him to his opponent, to his partner.
And that'd be mighty impressive.
Yep. So this guy is panicked still, and he is held by Binx, so he can't really get away. You have him in a good position.
You're a feline pretzel.
This guy.
He tried to pet your tummy. You're like, no.
This guy is gonna try and shoot you.
But you have the soft cover.
I have the soft cover, and also I have focus, but that doesn't mean I can interrupt, right?
No, that means
Yeah,
that's specifically what it
Same
means.
thing as if you focused.
Can I? I don't have like an actual attack to throw someone. I think.
You can basically kick, which will be body plus fighting, to shove him.
Okay, I think I'll go ahead and do that. Try to shove him into there.
Yeah. So you're going to interrupt his action?
Yeah. So body plus fighting.
It's just a d6, babe.
Just a d6. Whew.
Or you could guard.
Oh yeah, I'll go ahead and guard.
You know, you can
guard.
You're like, I'm hiding behind this
I was
guy.
going to say, you can hurt the guy you're holding
Yeah.
if you would like, because he's in a good position to be
Attack
knocked
and
out.
guard, yeah.
And then you can guard with him still. If you.
Give him a couple kidney
Oh,
punches.
I get to take the 2 actions?
Oh, I'm sorry, right. You're interrupting.
Yeah,
so,
I'm interrupting.
No, it is 1 action.
1 action. So I'm going to go ahead and guard.
You're going to guard, so
Yeah.
you'll get a D4 from him and a D8 from the other guy. So go ahead and roll that.
Okay. And I'm so
And your dog.
And your
right?
dodge.
yeah. So I'm going to roll those 2 first. Okay. So now I'm going to roll. Five.
Okay, so 5 is the number. This guy's got a pistol, so he's got a 6.
Oof.
Who's that?
Oofa.
So you've got to soak 3 damage.
Okay, so I need to roll a body die. I've got a d6. Need to roll a endurance, which I don't have anything. So I don't think I can without panicking.
Well, you can get rid of 1 and then panic, which will take care of all of it.
No, I can't.
Okay.
I can't soak it.
So, are you? What is your total? I mean, what can you soak? 2.
Unless I distress soak and everyone becomes panicked.
Yeah. So you can start flipping out, and right now the only one that can see you is him.
Who's already freaking out?
Yeah.
You're going to be panicked.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and distress soak.
All right. So, how does Binx
Starts kicking his legs like ah.
just starts throwing a fit?
Yeah.
All right. So mark your distress soak is used. You two are now panicked. Or
still
you
get
are
the
not.
D-
He is.
I still get the D12, but get that guy! Oh shit! That guy shot him. He shot him. I told you about that guy.
You actually get a little bit better when you're panicked. so it all works out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm also non-violent, so that's 2 D12 I get right now.
So while that's happening, that cat walks up to one of the tables and just kind of remaining calm throughout this whole thing. There is a dog, very well dressed in a tuxedo. He's got a couple of women at his table who are also dogs. They are dogs who happen to be women, not women who are dogs. Very important distinction. And she says, very loudly, actually, we'll say pretty much all of you can hear it because she shouts it, that she says, Junior Negrelli. And that guy kind of looks at her and says, yes. She goes, this is for the Imperica family. And she just unloads her pistol into him and then starts shooting the women at his table. On that note, it's you guys' turn.
I need to get not panicked.
Yeah, if there's anybody who can rally,
I
the-
have 3 actions this time. Because I was focused.
Plus a D12.
Yeah, plus a D12.
Well, and you have 3 actions this turn.
No,
No.
No, he used the focus already.
Oh, okay.
correct.
I mean, I can help Rollie when it's my turn. Or,
Well,
you can
we go first.
You can
right?
go
Yeah.
first if you'd like.
yeah. I can help Rollie. We gotta come out from the kitchen.
Yeah, I was going to say, so I'm going to take care of this guy. Why don't you go back up on stage and see what's happening? So you can at least see them to rally.
There's gunshots happening, honey.
But you should be able to cover behind. Don't most, side theater things have like a thing where people look out?
It's
No.
not that big.
No. Well,
mean,
what about
you
one of your band
you could
members? Hide behind them.
Oh, you think they're gonna let me go out there?
You can sneak out.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can sneak out, or there is like the kitchen door into the
Yeah.
into the
Where you
dining
can-
area.
Oh,
Peek
yeah,
out,
there you
yeah.
go. Use the kitchen door, which will bring you out over there.
Yeah, I'll go that way. And try to stay out of any spotlights, because that dress is spangly. I would make a great distraction.
As you pass through the kitchen, why don't you take the apron hanging off the thingy?
There's a lot of dress.
Oh.
I mean, that would work right,
Right
down
there.
the front, and that's about it.
Or hear me out, just go on stage, turn the spotlight onto yourself, and blind everybody.
I mean, between the color of her fur and the dress, that'll probably do it.
All right, so what do you want to do?
Okay, I'm gonna peek out the kitchen door and survey
Yes.
whatever the hell this is.
Yeah, so you can see, we'll say you peek out in time to see one of the guys, basically with a front row seat, get shot. All the women with him get shot.
Just pretty much that entire booth just got shot up.
Yeah, she unloads her pistol on them. One of the guys up front is being held by a black cat, and the other guy up front shoots him with a pistol.
Okay. And it's
Can you see the tiny
Yeah, and
hedgehog?
then we'll say you can see a hedgehog who's hiding under a table.
sure what tiny little tails
With a
out.
bottle and a
Whoa.
big glass.
And obviously the gangsters here all look like they're together, right?
Yeah, they're all wearing suits and they have
The
face
sock-
face coverings.
Okay. Can I rally things from there?
Yes.
Okay.
So basically, you roll your rally, and for every success, you can remove panic from one target.
Okay.
Ooh, try to get 2.
That's right. Try to roll high. I don't know if you realize the objective of the game. But,
Well, I got a 3 and 11.
well, so you can remove panic from one of them.
I'm gonna do the one I can see who's obviously in danger.
Yeah. So, how do you rally Binx?
My plan hasn't worked.
That is a fabulous question.
And
Hey.
he's freaking out. He's kind of like kicking his legs.
Who's your good kitty? Who's your good kitty?
Let's see. I'm gonna yell out something along the lines of, "Hey, kick to the left."
Yeah, she gives you we'll say that other guy is trying to sneak up behind you and whack you over the head with a pistol, while the
Like-
one that you've got a hold of is squirming.
It's like, if you're gonna flail to the left, honey.
All right, so you are no longer panicked.
That's dangerous, though. Not being able to do anything. Oof. All right. Now that I'm not panicked anymore, the guy that I'm holding is still panicked, though, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna go ahead and let him go.
Mm-hmm.
Is that just like?
Yeah, it's just a free action.
And I'm going to get up to this guy and try to. I'm gonna try to pummel him.
Okay.
I'm assuming that I have to move to get up to him. So,
Yes.
so pummel.
That was the die that rolled poorly last time. I'm switching off defense dies with them.
I got an 8.
Yep.
I can't even roll that,
Let
so
me
that's
get
not
a
even.
different set, because these have consistently rolled 6 or higher.
Yeah, I can't even roll that on the attack, so that's just not going to happen.
Does he get a D12 too for the team player thing?
You did not assist him.
Okay, sure.
Assist is a specific action.
Okay.
5.
Come on. You would think.
Hey,
6.
There you go.
So he is pummeled.
For how much?
Damage plus 2.
Damage plus 2. So
3.
yes, he gets a body and endurance. Oh, that's not actually a. He rolled a negative.
Will avoid.
No, he did not avoid it, but he is now panicked. Wow, I think literally every enemy is panicked now except her.
Yeah. Well, now it's my turn.
Maybe we should change that.
Yeah, I was gonna say now it's my turn. Since I got a hold of this guy, I'm gonna move with him.
So you can't move like out to the stage.
Stage is the other way.
Yeah, you can move in your immediate area with him.
I was just gonna move out the door.
Sure.
Can I move there with him?
Sure.
To where I can at least see.
As I say, you're not going to be able to get him to her if that's your plan.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
But I want to move him out there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Operation Human Shield.
I'll hold the door for you.
and kind of look around and say, hey, lady, you're forgetting someone, and I'm at least going to throw him towards her.
All right.
Do you have 3 turns? 3 actions?
Yes.
So I moved, and then I'm aiming, at least that way, and then throwing him.
Okay.
And I got the D12 she gave me.
Correct.
And then 2D8 and a D6. I got an 8 and a 6.
Okay. You get it.
Yay.
So, you got an 8. You
got 1 success.
You got 1 success.
Okay,
So
I got
what is your
success.
damage?
It's plus 2.
Okay.
So
3.
3.
I
And
don't.
he's panicked already.
Yeah, he cannot soak it.
So he's gonna die on the table.
Are you going to kill him, or are you just like throwing him into a table to incapacitate him?
Not really caring whether he lives or dies.
I was gonna say, I don't
imagine.
really care.
Good.
I just want to get her attention.
Okay, so you take this guy and just one hand like flip him out into the ballroom.
Towards her.
Yep, he smashes through a table and goes very still. And she spins around, gun at the ready, pointing in your direction.
I'm gonna hide behind you.
So I'm panicked. Am I still guarding? Because that's the last thing I was doing?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean... Now,
I'm still under cover, but...
Yes, now the guard is over.
Okay, and I can't do anything. Correct?
I'm
the last one.
You can
panicked.
move. You can run. There is a stunt you can do called Scramble that specifically gives you the guard bonus while moving.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
you could scramble
And
behind
that
me.
would be... I would become dazed, though, if I did that.
Correct.
No, I will just stay where I'm at.
Okay.
Undercover, panicked.
Panicked? All right. All right. I think that's the last of you.
Mm-hmm.
So when you throw that guy out there,
Oh yeah, I should get rid of the die.
Yeah.
it really throws me off, dear listeners, that Mike is playing a small character and has the largest mini on the table, and Ray is playing a large character and has the smallest mini on the table.
See, dragon is smaller.
Yep. So you flip that guy out. He hits a table, bounces off, and goes still. We'll say the two, pretty much everyone else scatters, and that cat turns around, has her gun pointed at you, and says, "What a bunch of cowards!" And then she just points her claw over your shoulder. And when you turn around, there's about 10 guys with Tommy guns behind you. And the front doors kick open again, and more guys step in. And that's where we're going to cut the first of the bonus episodes. So, I don't think we'll plug anything for these. This is just a treat for the Patreon guys.
It's just chaos.
Yeah, it's just, we act like our regular game isn't just chaos.
That's true.
Yeah, but now they have to come back to see if we live.
Yeah, but like.
Let's see if I could take on 10 Tommy guns.
So,
Rollie can take on 10 guys at once. You mean in a fight, right? In a fight, right?
Barely.
she'll just grin and bear it. All right. Well, that's where we'll cut this episode. So thanks for listening, guys, and we'll see y'all next time.